the bathroom, guys. If you give us a second, we'll take you to the station. And you'll use the bathroom, okay? We'll take it quick. Is that fair? Yeah. All right. Deal with this officer from your right here. Damn, what?
Of the law, the right decision was made. It's just that it's a damn shame that he gets to lean on the letter of the law. And the state of Nevada and the parole committee had to lean on the letter of the law because he's somebody that I believe doesn't only deserve to be in jail, he deserved to be under the jail.
Tank is done. Tank is hung him up, shoes off, get the bag, put a plaque up, he done. Tank is done.
When you say done, you mean like not fighting anymore?
Tank is checked out mentally. Tank is gone mentally. Tank looking for the big bag of Jake Paul, Pacquiao, something solar, and he's looking like, hey, I'll see you later. Tank is standing. He's not gonna fight Shakur Stevenson at all. At all. I don't care how much money Turkey offered, give him 4 Lamborghinis, whatever. Tank ain't taking that fight.
When the announcement came that Gervonta Tank Davis's fight with Jake Paul was officially canceled, the boxing world went silent. This wasn't a simple delay or a contract mix-up. It was serious enough to possibly end Tank's career. Just days before the fight, a civil lawsuit was filed against him, accusing the lightweight champion of domestic abuse, kidnapping, and assault. Within hours, Jake Paul's team and Netflix called everything off. This was meant to be one of the biggest crossover events in years, boxing's bad boy versus YouTube's self-made star, but now it's complete chaos. As of today, it seems Gervonta Davis may have lost it all. Let's go over what really happened, what these accusations mean, and if this could truly be the end of Tank's career.
1 foot in, 1 foot out, too. What are you talking about? You know how much money he got? You know how hard it is getting out that bed to go run early in the morning in gym for hours, and you know you looking at 20 million easy. You own all this real estate. You rich. You don't have to do this ever again. Then the compounding interest, like let's say 20 million in the bank. He get 5% off of that, so he probably making $500,000 in interest. He not even spending his money. So it's like, hell yeah, he out of here. What? He gone.
It all began just 2 weeks before the fight. Gervonta Tank Davis was fully focused on training for what was expected to be a massive Netflix event, Jake Paul versus Tank Davis in Miami. But then everything changed. A lawsuit was filed, and according to court documents from Miami-Dade, Davis's ex-girlfriend, Courtney Russell, accused him of battery, aggravated assault, kidnapping, and false imprisonment. She claimed he attacked her at the Miami club where she worked, saying it wasn't the first time. The lawsuit states there were at least 4 earlier incidents where Tank allegedly assaulted and choked her. Russell is now seeking financial compensation and punitive damages, saying she's receiving treatment for PTSD following the alleged abuse.
Jake Paul, Gervonta Tank Davis, the fight is in jeopardy. There's another, yes, I said another domestic abuse allegation against Gervonta Davis, and that may either destroy, postpone, change the entire event. There's been a lot of allegations against Tank. When things like this happen over and over, I think this is his 4th or maybe 5th allegation of domestic abuse, you kind of start to have to look at the person that's being accused of such and go, why do you keep ending up in these situations? And the way it's described, we've even seen Tank do some of the things already on camera. I don't think that's something that Netflix is wanting to be a part of at that point. I don't know if Jake wants to be involved with somebody like that, which is why they're starting to look for potential replacement.
That was all it took to send Jake Paul's team into panic mode. Most Valuable Promotions, Jake's company, released a statement the next day saying they were looking into the situation. But behind the scenes, the decision came quickly. Within 48 hours, the fight was officially canceled. While we will not be moving forward with this event, our plan still remains for Jake Paul to headline a Netflix event in 2025, the statement said. In short, they dropped Tank immediately. If this had been his first legal issue, fans might have given him another chance, but it wasn't. Over the years, Gervonta Davis's problems outside the ring have started to overshadow the talent and power that made him a star inside it.
Champion boxer Gervonta Tank Davis out of jail tonight. The famous South Florida fighter bonded out less than an hour ago.
Now he's accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend in front of their children. CBS News Miami's Trish Christakis is live at the jail in West Miami-Dade with details on the allegations against.
In 2020, He was arrested on domestic violence charges after a viral video showed him grabbing the mother of his child by the neck during a charity event. Then in 2022, he was arrested again for similar allegations, though that case was later dismissed.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
In 2023, he was sentenced to 90 days of house arrest and 3 years of probation after a hit-and-run accident in Baltimore that injured 4 people. That incident alone had fans wondering if Tank was losing control. He even ended up spending part of his sentence in jail for breaking the terms of his house arrest.
Tank Davis, he got arrested. I mean, any thoughts on that one?
He did, huh? Again?
Yeah, again.
Hey, look, I actually like Tank Davis. He's a good, he's a good kid. He's a good fighter, a great fighter, actually. He's one of my favorites. Just get your... That's it, basically. Just shit, you don't hit women, man. Yeah!
Now, in 2025, this new lawsuit adds an even darker chapter to Tank's story, threatening what's left of his reputation. Once the case became public, everything shifted. Jake Paul's promoter, Nakisa Bidarian, released a firm statement saying that MVP strongly condemns all forms of violence and would be cutting ties with Davis completely.
That they were officially canceling the fight, saying Most Valuable Promotions immediately initiated an investigation. No, I had the wrong one. Okay, I'm reading this one. Most Valuable Promotions and Netflix have announced that Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis, the one I was reading was the one from late last week, originally scheduled for Friday, November 14th at the Kaseya Center in Miami, Florida, will no longer be moving forward. Quote, our team has worked closely with all parties to navigate this situation responsibly, said Nakisa Bidarian, CEO of MVP. While we will not be moving forward with this event, our plan remains for Jake Paul to headline an event on Netflix in 2025. And that is what I'm hearing as well. They want him to fight in December. That is the hope. And they're actively looking for a opponent. More on that in a moment. Details regarding a new date, location, Jake's opponent, and additional bouts will be shared as soon as they are finalized. We thank Netflix, Kaseya Center, Seminole Hard Rock and Hotel and Casino for their partnership.
Sponsors began quietly backing out of their deals. Netflix pulled the promotional clips it had already filmed, and Showtime, which had worked with Tank in the past, went completely silent.
Up a girl, dragged her through the parking lot, and in the face, and it's like, bro.
Okay.
Like,
wait, but how do you know that happened?
It's a lawsuit. Miami-Dade is coming. There's video, like everything, bro. He did this public. Like, you have to understand, this guy was sober.
The November 14th card in Miami, which was meant to be Netflix's next big event after Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, has now been canceled. Tank didn't just lose a fight, he lost millions. The event's total purse was reportedly over $20 million, with Tank set to earn an 8-figure payday. Now, all of that is off the table.
The Jake Paul Tank Davis fight has officially been canceled. It is off. It is not happening on November 14th. It is not happening in 9 days' time in Miami on Netflix, and I don't think it's ever happening. So if you weren't a fan of this fight, I think you got your wish. Now,
while Gervonta's future remains uncertain, Jake Paul's team moved on quickly. Reports say MVP is already setting up a new Netflix main event for December, with possible opponents including Ryan Garcia, Nate Diaz, Andre Ward, Terrence Crawford, and even Francis Ngannou.
Hey, Jake, pick up the phone, champ. I've been calling you. Pick up. Let's make the fight happen. Pick up the phone, man. Stop playing. Yeah. 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 I'm your pussy.
Jake Paul has always been known for his sharp business instincts and ability to turn controversy into attention, but this time, he's keeping his distance. We stand against violence. The show will go on, but not with Gervonta Davis, a Netflix spokesperson said. That statement hit hard because when a powerhouse like Netflix publicly cuts ties with you, it's no longer just about losing a paycheck, it's about fighting to save your name.
Y'all is training for something like this. Obviously, smaller guy. How is this in the training aspect, Jake?
Yeah, just a lot of punching down, practicing, hitting below my knees, and a lot of speed. We're sparring.
That's what we need.
We're sparring.
Warm up.
Some
I know
8-year-olds. I got the 8-year-olds in there.
If I find out anything, I'm gonna beat your ass and I'm gonna beat Jaden Love ass. On my mama, I'm gonna beat both of y'all ass. On my mama. And he laughing. He know. He laughing.
What are you talking about?
What
does he have to do with this?
Let anything. You know what I'm talking about. Let anything. Nah, I don't have to say it right now. Don't worry about it. I don't gotta say it up here. Let anything happen. And I'm gonna show you and him. Bet.
It's crazy how quickly everything collapsed. Just a few months ago, Tank Davis was being promoted as boxing's next big superstar. Even with the controversy surrounding his draw against Lamont Roach, his knockout power, marketability, and ties to Floyd Mayweather once made him seem unstoppable.
Can you describe what the feeling was like in the ring? And was it to get the towel out, to get the burn out of your eyes, or what was going on? And
I didn't want to get caught. I didn't want to get caught while my eyes was burning. And you know, like, you can get knocked out like that. So I'd rather take the knee than, you know. But I didn't really know that you can, like, get disqualified for all that. Or, like, when you start counting, I'm like, what the hell? But I don't know. It's cool.
He had everything: mainstream fame, hip-hop connections, big endorsements, celebrity supporters, and non-stop social media buzz. Tank Davis was the face of boxing's new generation. But this might be the one hit he can't come back from. Because this time, it's not about getting knocked down in the ring. It's about being dropped by the entire industry. What's really worrying fans and insiders is that this isn't just a PR crisis. It could turn into a criminal case. The civil lawsuit may only seek damages, but the accusations could lead to criminal charges if prosecutors choose to dig deeper. The claims include aggravated assault, kidnapping, and intentional infliction of emotional distress, serious offenses that could mean prison time if proven. And since the alleged incident happened in Florida, where domestic violence laws are especially strict, Tank's legal team is on edge. So far, neither his lawyers nor Gervonta himself have made a statement. His social media has gone completely dark. No training videos, no interviews, nothing. For someone who built his image on intensity and presence, that silence says a lot. The boxing world's response came fast, and it's divided.
All right, so the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis fight has been canceled because of new charges that came up on Gervonta. You heard it here first. Hit the thumbs up on the video. Make sure you share the video. The fight is off as we know it right now. Stay tuned for more.
Gervonta Davis entered 2025 with an impressive record of 30 wins, no losses, and 1 draw, including 28 knockouts. He was expected to lead the lightweight division, a rare talent with power and explosiveness reminiscent of Mayweather. But through it all, his toughest opponent hasn't been anyone in the ring, it's been himself.
I don't know if it's just because I'm getting older now or what, but I feel like Gervonta is a hell of a fighter, but he needs to get his mental together. When I hear some of his interviews and I see some of the stuff that he's saying, I can just tell that he's not in love with the sport no more. I can tell that he didn't get his just due. I mean, it was crazy to hear that he said he got evicted out of a house or something like that.
Between court appearances, suspensions, and public drama, his career has been on and off more than any champion should be. This time, a comeback might not happen. When you're battling both the legal system and public opinion, winning one fight won't solve everything. So what's next for Tang? Right now, his future rests on 3 things. The result of the lawsuit: if it gets worse, his license could be taken away for good. Public redemption: if he wants to fight again, he must earn back people's trust. And promotion politics: big organizations usually avoid fighters caught up in legal trouble.
We can debate the top fighter in the world pound for pound. We can do that. What we cannot do is debate who's the most exciting fighter, who's the biggest box office attraction in boxing. That would happen to be Gervonta Davis. We just got to accept it. I think that Frank Martin is a talented fighter. He'll make some things happen down the line in the future, but we'll never look at him the same after that destruction. Not to say that we won't respect him, but we'll never look at him the same because he got destroyed by Gervonta Davis. And that's no shame, that's no slouch, but damn, still in all, if you get destroyed, you get destroyed. Gervonta Davis is the #1 box office attraction. Who I want to see him against next is Shakur Stevenson. I don't want to see him against Devin Haney because Devin Haney has proven to me that he's not a good punch taker. I want to see Gervonta Davis in the ring with somebody perceived as having enough power to put him on the canvas too. That's what I want to see.
The idea of an exhibition match between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis sparks a bigger question about where Tank's focus really is. Is he still committed to boxing, or has he checked out? This situation highlights an issue that's followed the sport for decades. How much trouble is too much when it comes to protecting star fighters? From Mike Tyson's legal troubles to Floyd Mayweather's controversies, boxing has often shielded its biggest earners. But times are different now. With major platforms like Netflix getting involved, the game has changed. Netflix doesn't need Tank. They've got Jake Paul, Tyson, and Crawford. What they care about is image and ratings, not chaos. For the first time, Tank might have to face the fact that no one can step in to protect him anymore. It's sad to see because inside the ring, Tank was something rare. His speed, timing, and knockout power reminded fans why they fell in love with boxing in the first place. But outside the ring, he couldn't escape his own struggles. Now his career is stuck in uncertainty, fights on hold, legal problems piling up, and his reputation falling apart. Even if he clears his name, the impact is already there.
The exhibition match of Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis, what's your thoughts on that? Just overall, do you feel like Gervonta Davis is more checked out than being checked in boxing right now?
¿Sentís que Gervonta Davis está más desenganchado del boxeo que enganchado con el boxeo considerando lo que aceptó con Jake Paul?
Sí, totalmente.
He's lost his deal with Netflix, the biggest payday of his career, and possibly the sport he built his name on. Gervonta Davis's story isn't finished, but it's hanging by a thread. The real question isn't about his next fight. It's about whether he can rebuild his reputation. Right now, fans aren't wondering when Tank will return. They're asking if he deserves to. So what do you think? Has Gervonta Davis thrown away everything he worked for, or does he still have a shot at redemption? Share your thoughts in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more updates. See you in the next video.